Who has a grand theory that's just wrong and out there?
No, but not just wrong. It has to be out there. It has to be really bizarre. You know? I tend to think of people like Van Inwagen and David Lewis as in that direction.
What is it about Van Inwagen?
I can't remember. I just remember at various times learning that he has all these really.
Well, he has a very weird view about the resurrection.
Oh, really?
He thinks we are, in fact, material entities. And so what happens when we die is that there's a matter-for-matter duplicate made of us, that's our corpse, that's instantaneously teleported where it looks like we died. And our actual body, just as we're about to die, gets teleported, I think, to like somewhere else, either to heaven or someplace, I forget where it is. And it lays dormant until the resurrection of all souls, when Jesus Christ comes back.
Yeah. Now, what's really fascinating about that is that Yaniv talked to Van Inwagen for an hour, and I think Yaniv would concede that Van Inwagen was one of the most intellectually impressive people he's probably ever met, would be my guess. Certainly that was my feeling, having been there. Yaniv, can you believe that Van Inwagen has a view that's that insane? Did you hear what Randian describes?
Yaniv here.
Yaniv stepped away.
Wait, so Van Inwagen has the view that your material body does something when you die?
So this is what happens, right? You're dying. There's actually an IEP of it.
So describe the view for Yaniv, because I don't think Yaniv heard it.
So it's like it says right here. Van Inwagen is a materialist about human persons. Human beings are material entities. But then how does he make sense of resurrection of human persons? Like when we die, our bodies are destroyed.
What do you mean resurrection? Like Jesus?
Yeah. Supposedly the idea is that all souls get resurrected, like when he comes back or whatever. I forget how the story goes.
Oh, Christianity believes that all souls are resurrected?
Yeah, and then they're judged, and they're either thrown into a lake of fire.
During the second coming?
Yeah, they're in the second coming.
Okay, so in the second coming, all souls get resurrected. If the bodies are material, but does he believe souls are material?
He doesn't believe in immaterial souls.
Okay.
So this is his solution. Because, think about the problem, right? Suppose God resurrects another body. In a sense, that wouldn't be the person that died. If I die and he makes another body, that's just a duplicate. That's not actually me. So Van Inwagen has a very creative solution to have a materialistic account of the resurrection. What he says is when we die, what happens is that at the exact moment of our death, our body is teleported instantaneously and substituted with a matter-for-matter physical duplicate. And that duplicate rots away and dies. But our actual body is put somewhere else and is dormant until the second coming and resurrection occurs.
I see.
You talked to this guy for an hour.
I know, he seemed much more reasonable at the time.
Yeah. Doesn't it actually boggle the mind that this guy spent a lot of time trying to figure this out and came up with this and then wrote it up in a paper or something and presented it?
Vic, I think you should troll and debate with Van Inwagen about when the simulacrum, or however you pronounce it, actually gets replaced.
Person's death. Can't actually be at the exact moment of their death, right? Because then they die.
Right. What about when they go senile, for example? So really needs to be before the death. Because what if someone goes senile and their body is still there? You want it to be replaced earlier. So I think you should have a serious argument with him about it. We can help you structure the debate.
Well, there are criticisms of the account.
How would I get in touch with him?
Oh, we have his email.
You can debate him over email?
Yeah. See, I felt enlightened by your view, but I think there are some issues that need to be ironed out.
Here's one thing, though. Here's maybe a saving grace. No, but here's a saving grace. This is what Van Inwagen, to be fair, does go on to say. I am inclined now to think that the description I gave in the possibility of resurrection, how an omnipotent being could accomplish the resurrection of the dead, is a just so story. Although it serves to establish a possibility, it probably isn't true. But at the same time, he says, he goes on to remark, while the theory itself may not be literally true, it is true in another way in that it shows us some important features about how God will accomplish the resurrection of the dead. So something like the theory is probably true. The exact details probably just need to be ironed out.